Season 16 looks pretty cool. I will watch a video about that in just a second. I think I've already watched it, but we'll check it out one more time. Let's see what this guy has to say, though. So, this is why Sea of Thieves should be dead by now. Or not. Yeah, fair.
Hey guys, Fuzzy here. Sea of Thieves should probably not be around anymore. It launched back in 2018 and many of us saw the initial reviews and player feedback. Empty, repetitive, and not enough content for the price. Even today, you get the regular comments. People still play this game? Years later, yes, very much so. And the ship still sails at full speed. So how did Sea of Thieves go from dead game to what we have today? And why doesn't it want to die? Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
It's fun, dude.
Sea of Thieves was born at
game.
Rare Studios. From early versions of the game and suppository looking characters to full-blown sizes, shapes, and features, Rare has a massive legacy, so expectations were high. Their idea for Sea of Thieves was a shared world adventure game. The goal was to give us, the players, the tools to create our own stories. But when it launched, that toolbox felt lackluster. The voyages for the only 3 factions we had back then, Gold Hoarders, Horde of Souls, and Merchants, were repetitive. And don't get me started about the old Athena voyage, which is the faction locked behind Pirate Legend. You had to grind for months so you can unlock a faction that gives you a voyage that is a mix of the previous 3 factions. Islands felt far and scattered, with too much downtime in between. Many players, myself included, wondered if there was enough long-term appeal. The core sailing was great, and the water looked amazing, dude. But this is not enough. The content loop had the most significant question mark. What to do now? The secret ingredient was that Sea of Thieves is designed to be a story generator. It wasn't about a deep scripted RPG storyline like how Skull and Bones is designed to be. Sea of Thieves is about your story. The joy of spotting another sail, the chaos of a Kraken attack, at least the old Kraken, the satisfaction of outsmarting another crew, or even a peaceful voyage with friends playing shanties. These unscripted player-driven moments that shaped the seas are what started putting wind in our sails and bringing attention to the game.
This is what makes the game incredibly fun.
I spy with my little eye something orange.
They only gave you the ship, the map, and the world, then told you to deal with it. But here's the thing. Not everyone wanted to meet players. Not everyone wanted to join a Discord community of a content creator to find someone to sail with. Not everyone wanted to deal with it. And some just wanted to sit on the couch after a hard day's work and drop sails. With that, the core idea of player-driven stories needed more support. You'd often hear in those early months that the game would die, and player numbers definitely saw a dip after the initial hype. This put Rare under the pressure and cannon fire. Would they stick to their vision of story-driven content, or have to make changes to save the game from sinking? Just like so many other live services we've seen come and go. Then, a couple of things changed the game's course. First, let's not forget the Xbox Game Pass. This article shows 34 million subscribers have been reached as of February 2024. Now, this is huge for any game in the Game Pass library. So when it gets to Sea of Thieves, millions of players could jump in and try it without the initial $60 price tag. This brought a constant flow of new pirates to the seas. But the biggest problem was not getting players in, it was keeping them around, due to some players preferring solo life and hesitation to interact with others. New players would often say things like, "Where is everyone?" The seas always looked dead, conflicted with others who wanted a single-player mode in the same world. The second and argument,
I feel like they need to add a couple more elements to the game that draw the attention of multiple players. Like the world event thing that's in the center of the map, like nobody wants to do it. But like the green ships floating around, like nobody really cares, it seems. There's not really a significance in doing it. And the Kraken, while it is cool, there is a way to find it. I've only ran into it one time. I know how to do it now, but it doesn't draw a bunch of people in, you know what I mean, to like go to that location for any significant reason and like fight over the tentacles, you know, like lashing out at you. Yeah, there's almost no incentive to do the world events. They need to do something. So like Diablo's a really good example, I think, because it's like maybe the most recent one I can think of personally. Their world bosses are really fucking fun, dude. Or like WoW, like how you show up. There's a timer, and they're like once or twice a week. You show up, and then you fight the world boss with a bunch of dude. Imagine if that was the thing, dude, where like once a week you could show up, and like get into servers, and then 6 ships or however many ships they allow with the number of people are all fighting the same fucking boss at the same time. And it doesn't matter if you're all in alliance or not, because you could still damage each other, so you have to watch out for that. So one, you can make it to where like you all have to meet at a certain spot and join an alliance in order to go fight it. 2, you just show up and you fight it along with everyone else, and you still have the PvP part of it where you beat the boss. Now there's a bunch of fucking loot. What do you do? Like, that could make it more fun. I think doing an event where everybody's in an alliance and you get like some crazy achievement for beating the world boss, or like a fuckload of gold, or something that's like really difficult, you know what I mean? Where like you don't PvP after, and then having another one where you can PvP after, you know? They need to introduce some stuff like that to the game, because like, yeah, like you said, like was almost no incentive to do the world events, really. They are cool, but they need to add a little bit more, like something more dynamic, like another layer like that, because the game isn't dead yet, dude, obviously. Let's see what he has to say here.
Arguably, more important part was Rare's commitment. Think about the Hungering Deep, our first real Megalodon encounter that encouraged crews to work together.
Now, are we ready?
Yes. So fucking ready.
Okay, yeah, plates.
This is Pod 5, the first fully immersive sleep system. Intelligent,
Oh my god.
adaptive,
Whoa.
effortless.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh shit!
Oh man, that is scary. What the heck?
I haven't even seen this yet.
Do we stop playing it?
Then, cursed sails with skeleton ships and forsaken shores opened up that whole volcanic region. These weren't minor tweaks, they were adding new layers to the world and new ways for us to sail. Even though we got used to the game being a buggy mess, the main drive is consistent. With free content updates, at the time of this video, there were at least 25 significant updates, 11 pre-seasons and 15 seasons. Thousands of hours later, the question is not why isn't the game dead, why are we still playing? The real game changer though, and what many consider the point where Sea of Thieves indeed found its footing, was the anniversary update in 2019. This was massive. We got tall tales, actual story-driven adventures with unique mechanics and lore. We got the arena, a dedicated mode for players who want ship-to-ship PvP. That was removed, and now we have Hourglass instead. And we got the first iteration of Hunter's Call, adding
Hourglass
fishing,
is pretty dope.
hunting, and cooking. This update was probably one of the most that addressed what players felt was missing, and added so much variety. Player sentiment started to shift. You saw more positive gossip online and more streamers dedicating time to the game. The seas felt more alive because there were more players, and those players had more to do. Sea of Thieves wasn't just a tech demo for pretty water anymore, it became a rich, unique adventure game. But a live service game can't rely only on this. A live service needs to keep things fresh, and players who want to be left alone still struggle with the game. Rare introduced the seasonal model. This brought regular themed content drops, a battle pass system with plunder pass for cosmetics, and a new quality of life updates. Then came
Nice.
adventures. These are shorter, time-limited narrative events that actually move the game's story forward, sometimes even changing the world map permanently. Adventures were removed later, but they did alter the world significantly. This honors the lore evolving and gives us veteran players new reasons to log in regularly.
See, something that, dude, if they expanded on that concept, I don't know how they would do it, but imagine, like, wouldn't they, okay, chat, wouldn't they be able to just do something like what Fortnite does? Or like what Apex Legends does? Where there's like a massive thing that happens in an update and it changes like a big section of the map. Like, you could do that every season, I think, right? I mean, could you not? Or like every couple seasons do something significant like that? I think if we did every couple seasons, it might get old, but I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? I feel like they could get away with it. It'd be no issue.
In addition to seasonal model, and now Sea of Thieves being available on all platforms, one of the most significant updates was Safer Seas. It had lots of controversy at launch. However, it proved otherwise. Safer Seas answered players who wanted to be left alone. It had a strange effect that brought even more people to the shared world in Sea of Thieves, the high seas, as the main issue with players was getting sunk before finding out how the game works. But now with Safer Seas, players find out how the game works, realize that this game works better with others, then move to the shared world to sink or get sunk. Sea of Thieves doesn't have a massive multi-million-dollar esports scene like other big online games that keep that afloat. And that's okay, because its endgame and its real replayability comes from something else, the players themselves. Every time you set sail, you have no idea what will happen. Will you find a friendly crew to ally with? Will you get into an epic battle over a fort of fortune? Or will you hide on their ship for a hot mic podcast about mom's lasagna?
Nice one, mate.
These emergent stories, the ones you create with or against other players, are the real content. That core story factory design is still central until this day. Game Pass.
It's been pitched to Rare, but they don't want to overcomplicate it. Come on, that's not overcomplicated. Adding in like some Fortnite or Apex Legends kind of update, like every quarter or something.
Keeps new players flowing in, constantly
How was that complicated, dude? That's your player base would probably love
refreshing the
that.
encounters, and the monetization through the Pirate Emporium is all cosmetic. As Sea of Thieves never had any content locked behind a paywall. You can buy ship sets, costumes, and pets, but you can't buy anything that gives you a gameplay advantage. This fairness is crucial for a game built on player interaction. Everyone starts on a level playing field. Many developers might have panicked after that initial launch and completely changed the game into something more traditional. Yes, the game still needs more work on the social side, like a guild finder and other non-Discord built-in means to get players together, but if you look at where the game was and where it is now, Rare stuck to their canons in a game where player freedom and emergent experiences are essential. Even if it meant a slower start, they chose the unconventional path and committed to building upon it rather than abandoning it. Sea of Thieves probably should have been dead by now, according to many early predictions and the fate of many other live service games, yet consistent developer support, a player-friendly approach with Game Pass, and a community that embraces the game's chaos and creativity, it carved out its own unique place. And that's why instead of sinking, Sea of Thieves continues to sail strong and likely will for a good while in its unique genre, which no other game like has ever existed. Fuzzy here, thank you for watching.
That was a good video. That was a really good video. I linked this video down in the Discord. It's Fuzzy Bond. Oh, that was him. That was him streaming. Yeah, that was a really good video. I'm gonna subscribe to his channel.